score must be hugely disappointing for you. What did you make of the result and analyse it?
Yeah, it was obviously very disappointing. It certainly wasn't the game that we wanted. But we just got beaten heavily around the ball, around stoppage, clearance. Their ability to win contests and get the ball to the outside made them get some really easy goals. So that's an area of the game we were able to neutralise last week, obviously without Gawn. Today we weren't. We haven't got a ruckman that'll win hit-outs when Max doesn't play. And clearly today they were unbelievable around the ball, in the stoppage clearance game. And as I said, I thought our ability to win the ball and get pressure on the ball was just average and led to them getting to the outside quite quickly. So that was the game in a nutshell. They just, were able to get the ball to the outside really easily and score efficiently.
We always knew without Max it was going to be hard, appearances and whatnot, but at one stage it was 20-1 and it didn't look pretty at the end either. So to have that extent there, can you put your finger on why it was just that lopsided?
Yeah, look, we weren't able to neutralise the area. We obviously set up around the ball in a way that would give us a chance, but we weren't able to execute what we wanted to. We knew we weren't going to win hit-outs. We haven't got anyone at the club that would win hit-outs against Darcy or Jackson. So we had to set up in a way to try and neutralise that area, and they dominated. They were outstanding in the way they played. As I said, they were able to be really clean and tough and strong in that clearance game and get to the ball to the outside really easily. So we didn't only just get beaten on the inside, it translated to getting really hammered on the outside. So that was the game in a nutshell.
Some of those stats, the clearances and hit-outs at inside 50 is very similar to Alice Springs when Max was playing, Christian was playing. Are they just a difficult team for you to match up with?
Yeah, I think they've shown all year that they're a very great, they're a great stoppage team. They've got some clearance numbers that are, as good as anything seen in the competition for a long time. And that's why they're having a really strong season. In 2 games that we've played them, they've beaten us convincingly in that area of the game. And it's something we'll go away and look at, see what we can get better at. But we need to have a better method around the ball to make sure we can neutralise that area, not just rely on hit-outs and getting the ball to certain areas, but we need to actually come up with a method that'll stand up against teams like Freo. They've got some really good players in there that are really clean and tough and strong.
You said you've got no one who would win hit-outs against, so you have got taller blokes in the list. Why didn't you go with a Fullerton against someone like them? Was there a reason that you felt that wouldn't work? Oh,
just for that exact reason. It was, Tom's really working hard on his craft and he's got things to work on in his game, but he's not going to win hit-outs. He hasn't been able to do that at VFL level. So we went with a player and a group that we thought could compete, as strong as anything at ground level, but also give us something around the ground. And to their credit, bits and pieces throughout the day, they were able to do that. But the hit-out game wasn't something we were going to win no matter who we picked.
Was Max close for today? And we're hearing he was pretty close. So you expect him to play against the Giants next week?
Yeah, he'll play. We're really expecting him to be right. He was very close this week. Got through our main training session, just wasn't quite where we wanted him to be, and we didn't want to take a risk. Obviously he's an important player to us. It's an important time of the year, and we want to make sure he's really healthy. So just to give him that extra bit of time, will hopefully pay us back.
Is it a simple case of Max comes back and fixes what happens today, or do the problems run deep?
No, that's not how we're looking at it. There was a lot more to the game than just hit-outs. Our midfield's ability to win the ball, defend contest areas with the right method, stop allowing the ball to get to the outside, they're things that we'll look at. It's something that's been really strong in our game. We got beaten in contest by 40. You don't win too many games losing contest by 40, and it's been one of the strongest things in our game for the last 5 weeks, has been our contest game. So, no, it wasn't just the hit-outs, it was a combination of all that within our game, and we'll own it, we'll lean into it, and we'll come back better next week.
Do you take some heart from the fact that your defenders were practically under siege at times? It was coming out so fast, and they were able to sort of hold up, I guess, in patches. Do you take some heart from that today?
Yeah, obviously early especially, I thought they were under enormous pressure and they were able to withstand as much as they could. So we take a lot of heart out of that. That's been something that's been really strong in our game for a number of years, is our ability to defend our D50. And obviously with Stevie May back there just controlling the troops, he does a great job, and I thought they stood up as best they could. In the end, it was just the weight of the type of entry that was coming in that really cost them.
You're outside the 8 with 5 games to go. We normally start writing headlines that every game's like a final now. Is there any has it ever been truer that with so close the competition is? It's almost like that now, isn't it?
It is. It's so tight, the competition, that you can't ride the wave of just one performance, and we won't. We'll certainly lean in and own the performance that we had today, because it wasn't anywhere near the level. But there's so much more to play for still. We've got 6 days playing the Giants at home. We'll just get back to work and work on our game and get our contest game back first and foremost. That's the first thing that needs to come back, and come back really quickly.
What did you learn in terms of from Alice Springs picking yourself up after that? Can you apply those same lessons here now?
Yeah, I think we've learned more and more. They're a very strong footy team, and they've shown it twice against us this year. So we've got enormous respect for them. Doesn't mean that by the end of the year that we won't be, fighting for as many spots as what they are. We'll keep working on our game. We've still got a lot of growth and players that can get better, and we'll keep looking at it in that light.
Thanks, Footy.
Thanks, guys.